What is up, Madden players? Today we are back into the $326 again in the Atlanta Falcons playbook. If you guys did not check out my previous video on running a blitz out of this same formation, then you might want to go hop back and check that out as well, because then if you work it into cross manning, zone coverage, this is a deadly formation to shut down pass, to shut down the run. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to be going into dollar and again into the DB fire to press. And then over on the offensive side, let's see if they have a snugs. Most playbooks have some sort of snug formation. Yeah, that'll work. Snugs flips. And then like a mesh, because I can show you guys what happens with drag routes. That works perfect. So you notice in the offensive mesh switch, it's the two outside or wide receivers that are coming in on a crossing route pattern. So it's simple in the sense if you know how to do quick adjustments. So all I do is baseline, press, and then since we know the outside wide receivers are coming on crossing routes, a high-low drag route kind of deal, that's who we're going to cross man up. So you'll see to bring this up, you double tap Y to get to your secondary. So you'll see Y as a cornerback is your slot, and then A is your other slot. So what you want to do is cross man Y. So you go click on Y and up on the right analog stick, and then man him up with B, and then do the same thing A, except this time to X. So this is what it should look like if it's done right. So I'll go ahead and hike the ball and I'll show you guys that this crossing routes are no more to be had. Alright, let's go and hop into instant replay and I'll show you guys what's going on. Zoom out so you can see it better. And then I want to hop over to one of these DBs. Get it from his viewpoint. So you notice, unfortunately, he gets stuck on the tight end. But you see when he meets up with his wide receiver, he starts running with him. He just turns around and keeps going. So that's the same thing that happens with that other one that we cross-manned. And so that's what cross-manning does, is they'll meet the wide receiver, and as soon as they meet him, they just turn around and run with them. They don't stop. Sometimes they do, but for the most part, they'll just do a quick loop around and just keep going. So that's how you do it. Baseline, then you man up to whoever you think is going on a drag route. And since we know it's the outside wide receivers, we man them up from the opposite side of the field or cross man them. And so that's what it looks like. So again, just hike the ball. And you can see those drag routes are stopped. We even managed to get a sack just from the pass rush. So now, again, we're going to go back into DB fire to press. This time I'm going to show you guys how to stop slants. So when I see this formation, I assume two things. I assume that the slot wide receiver is either going on a deep post route or that this is a slant concept. And since we know we chose slants, I'm going to start looking at the two wide receivers on the left coming on a slant and the one on the far right, or B, coming in on a slant. And I'm going to assume the tight end is just going to go on a little flat route. So I'm not too concerned about him. He can do whatever he wants. We can stop that real easy by putting a hard flat over there. But I'll just show you guys real quick. Same thing, baseline, cross man. So you're going to do A, and then cross man him to Y, and then Y, cross man him to B. And then we need to watch X coming across the middle of the field. So I'm going to show you guys what happens. Then you'll see X. We barely managed to get a sack because he would have been, draw power would have been wide open. But that's the idea of crossman. It's something that I highly recommend you guys do practice. You don't go straight into a game with, because you need to be able to recognize formations and possibilities of what might happen. The last thing I want to show you with cross manning is a deep post. So I believe Hawkins should be going. Yeah, Hawkins is going to be going right over the middle. If he can split those safeties, that's the biggest concern we have. So this requires less crossman. You can still send the one on the left side of the screen. You can send him in blitzing. Sometimes he'll get through, most times he doesn't. Again, check out my previous video to find out how you can get him to come in clean. So same thing, crossman A, but this time with Y, and that's all you have to worry about. The rest you can just leave alone because we are only concerned about that deep post. So we're going to hike the ball. And you can see right there, the yellow zone for that linebacker on the left, or this one right here, he plays it for a little bit, and then that gives it time for this defensive back over here to get up to his man, which then makes sure the middle of the field cannot be split. And that's it. That is cross, man. I'll show you guys. If somebody makes an audible all of a sudden, let's see, they put Barnage on, if I can get it right, a drag route. So if you think he's putting him on a drag, crossman Y to A. And then we'll have that deep post shut down. If you want, you can spread your offensive line to get some better edge rush or do whatever you want with them. But that is it. That is cross manning. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comments and I will answer them as quickly as I can. If you're new, hit that subscribe button as well, as we are on the road to our first 100. So yeah, just be sure to hit that like button as well so I know that we are on the right path. Just, yeah, that's all I got. This is cross manning 101. If you guys want some more details on what to look for in certain formations, just be sure to hit that like button and I will be sure to get it out. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. This is DB Fire 2 Press out of the Atlanta Falcons playbook. It is in the dollar formation, and I'm done. Have a good weekend and a good week whenever this gets out.